Hi friends, so in this video we are going to discuss December 2020, June 2021 questions from the module of Income Tax and Corporate Tax Planning. Okay, so let's start with the first question which got asked in 25/11/2021 afternoon shift. Which of the following are included in person as per the section? So you can see that this is a question which actually asks you about the definition of person. Okay, so a Hindu undivided family, a company, a firm, an individual, a local authority and an association of person. So when you are coming with the definition of person as per Income Tax Act, this person, the word person is not only mean about a particular individual, but it also include or it also defines about the artificial person like a company. Okay, so let's see, the term person is defined under the Income Tax Act covers its ambit natural as well as artificial person. This is because we are also including company. We know that we are calling companies an artificial person, right? So apart from a natural person or individual, any sort of artificial entity will also liable to pay income tax. So why they are included? These artificial persons are also included as a person as per Income Tax Act. It is because we know that they are also liable to pay income tax. Okay, that's the reason they are actually included as per the head of person. So let's see, as per Income Tax Act 1961, unless the context required, the term person includes. So mainly the term person, what we are defining the term person as per Income Tax Act, see, it includes individual, Hindu undivided family, a company, a firm, an association of persons or a body of individual, it can be incorporated or not, whatever, then a local authority and every artificial judicial person. So all these are actually considered as a person. All these will come under the head of a person. Okay. So individual, what do you mean by this individual? That's the first thing when you are defining about the word person. So individual means it is mainly saying about the human beings. Okay, like it can be a male or female or transgender, it can be a major or minor, or he can be a resident or non-resident. All these people will be considered as an individual. Now, what do you mean by this firm or partnership firm? So, a partnership is a contractual relation between two or more individuals that have agreed to carry on a business represented by all or any one of them acting on behalf of all with an objective to share the profits obtained from the business. So, this partnership firm is also included in the definition of a person. Okay, what do you mean by this partnership? Partnership means some people, they are agreeing, two or more person, they are agreeing, they are making an agreement and they are agreeing that they will share the future profits and losses based on the ratio that they got determined. Okay, their goal will be a similar one or with the same goal. So LLP means limited liability partnership. That's a new term. So this is also got included under this head also. Okay, then next one is HUF for Hindu undivided family, which is a family owned business. So it's a form of family owned business. Okay, so it covers as per rules. So that will be according to the Hindu laws and rules that will be followed in case of a Hindu undivided family, and it consists of all person which is lineally descended from the same family and having head as Karta and the members are co-partners. So it includes all the family members. All the family members will be a part of this Hindu undivided family, and the authority, the top authority, that means that's all person in connected with all of them. He will be known as the Karta. He is the head of that particular business. Okay, and all other people, they will be called as co-partners. Okay, and then we discussed about company. Company means which is formed under Companies Act 2013 or which is before. Before means the older Companies Act. Okay, so company is a legal judicial entity that is formed under the Companies Act 2013 or any other previous act. Any other previous act means it is connected with Companies Act 1956. Okay, so company means it can be Indian company, foreign company, parent, associate or subsidiary company, statutory company, government company or any other sort of company. All these are included under the head of company and which will come under the definition of a person. And the next one is AOP and local authorities. AOP means association of persons or body of individuals. So this association of person means it's association of some group of association of persons, and they are agreeing or they are making for a particular objective, or they will have a common goal and they are working for that. Okay, so association of persons means a group of people who have come together for achieving common goal by working in the same direction. So their goal is same. Then when it comes to local authority, it is an organizational that is officially responsible for public services formed for providing services in a particular area. So in an area based local authorities, local bodies will be actually included under this head. So all these are considered as person. So coming back to our question, see, A, Hindu undivided family, we know that that is coming under the definition of person. A company, that will be also there. A person, an individual, a firm, a local authority, an association of persons. So all these are actually coming under the definition of a person. So you can say that option A, B, C, D, E and F. So the correct answer for this question is option D. Moving to another question which got asked in 25/11/2021 afternoon shift. Any planning of tax which aims at reducing tax liability in legally recognized permissible way can be determined as an instance of. So you need to identify which is the planning idea, or we are planning for tax, like we are reducing the liability, or we are trying to reduce the liability, and that is in a legal way. So which term you can actually associate it with this? Tax planning, tax avoidance, tax evasion, tax management. So all these terms are very, very important, and when you are considering each of these points, it has a very minute difference when you are considering about the various terms, and there is a chance for getting confused with regards to each term. So when we are firstly starting with tax planning, so what do you mean by tax planning? Tax planning means reducing the tax liability. That means we are trying to reduce our tax liability. What do you mean by this tax liability? Tax liability means the amount that we need to pay for the pay as per the income tax. Okay, so by taking the advantage of legitimate concessions and exceptions provided in tax law. So we know that there are lots of concessions which got available to the persons. That means to assessee. Assessee means the person who is able to, who needs to pay tax. Okay, so income tax payer, that particular person is known as assessee. Anyway, he will have a number of options, or he will have a number of choices to get concession. As when he contributes some donation, he will get deduction, right? So there are different ways to get or deductions or such concessions, and thereby they can reduce their tax liability. So it involves the process of arranging business operations in such a way that reduce tax liability. So they can make a lots of options, or they can choose a lots of options in order to reduce their tax liability. The best way is, as we already discussed, you are making some donation, you can connect, or as per that case you will get a deduction as per section 80G. Like a way that you have a number of deductions. Here we have an example, investment under section 80C, that is payment related to deduction. So when you are using such deductions which is available for you, and by that you are reducing your tax. In that case, which is known as tax planning, because you are planning as well and you are reducing your tax liability. That's the situation of tax planning. And the second term, tax evasion. So what do you mean by this tax evasion? See, this term is completely illegal. Okay, so tax evasion is an illegal act. So see, tax evasion is using illegal means to avoid paying taxes, like you are hiding or you are misrepresenting your income, you are showing lower income while comparing with your actual income. You are practicing such things, it will reduce your tax liability, right? When you are showing a lesser income when comparing to your original income, that will reduce your tax liability, but you are doing it in a illegal way, right? So this might be underreporting income, inflating deductions without proof, hiding or not reporting cash transactions, or hiding money in offshore accounts. So you are doing some fraud in order to reduce your tax liability. That is actually connected with this term tax evasion. So here also you are trying to reduce your tax liability, but you are using an illegal way, right? You are not or it is not as per the legal way, okay, because you are just showing your incomes, you are showing an like under-reporting. That means sometimes you are not reporting about your income, or you are showing a lower income in compared to your original income. So such activities can reduce your tax, okay, but that is in a illegal way. So which is illegal, intentional non-payment of tax. So it is also a planned one. Okay, so this is also a planned act, but you are doing it illegally, which is not permitted as per law. So it is not legally permissible under taxing statute. So under reporting of income, that's the best example you can use for in case of a tax evasion. Next term is tax avoidance. So this is a legal way. Okay, this is a legal way of reducing your tax. That's a situation of a tax avoidance. Tax avoidance means taking undue advantage of the loopholes for reducing tax liability and thus avoiding payment of tax which is lawfully payable. So we'll get a number of loopholes from our act. So you are using that, and by that, with the help of that, you are reducing your tax. Okay, that's a situation of tax avoidance and which we are doing in a legal way. Generally, it is done by twisting or interpreting the provisions of law and avoiding payment of taxes. So you are obeying the rules and regulation, but in the same way you are using some loopholes from that particular rules and you are using it for reducing your tax. Okay, so tax avoidance is an activity of taking unfair advantage of the shortcomings in the tax rule. So here what we are doing is we know about some shortcomings which is coming under the tax rules and we are using it. So the usage is actually an unfair practice, but even though it is a legal way. Okay, to avoid the payment of taxes that are within the limit of law. Anyway, you are following the law. Okay, you are not, you are obeying the law, but at the same time, you are finding some loopholes in the given rules. Okay, so tax avoidance is completely lawful. Okay, but tax evasion is illegal. Okay, and you have tax management. Tax management includes all these elements that we got discussed. So it means planning affairs in such a manner so that the tax obligation is managed properly. So the main objective, so tax management means it is forcing us to follow the rules and regulations in connected with the income tax authorities. So the objective is to comply within the provision of income tax laws and its allied rules. So tax management helps in avoiding payment of interest, penalty, prosecution. Like if you are making or if you are following all the rules and regulations fairly, then there is no need for any you will not get subjected to any penalty payments or such things. So if you have a proper tax management, then it will be very beneficial to you as you are not able to make any penalty in regards to that. So coming back to our question, any planning of tax which aims at reducing tax liability legally, the term legally is specified there, recognized permissible way can be determined as an instance of, it is whether it's tax avoidance or tax evasion, it is option B, tax avoidance. Okay. Okay, the next question which got asked in 26/11/2021 morning shift, section 80 GGC of income tax is. So it is very important to study the sections which got discussed from 80C to 80U. Okay, so in the last year also you have exam in connected with all the sections. It's a master following question. So they got asking the question from this area repeatedly. So it's very, very important. Okay, this time they got asked you about a particular section which is 80 GGC. So it's a deduction in respect to certain donation for scientific research, deduction in respect of contribution given by any company to political party, deduction in respect of contribution given by any person to political parties, deduction in respect of rent paid. Okay. So when you're coming with the section 80 GGC, in order to claim a deduction under 80 GGC, the individual is required to make a donation contribution only to a political party or an electoral trust. So if you are making a donation to a particular political party, you are able to get deduction as per 80 GGC. So when you are dealing with this particular topic, what you need to study is that you should study the various sections and how you are getting or what's the basis for deduction that you are getting as per that section. That's the only thing you need to study when you are dealing with this particular area. Okay, so GGC is actually connected with the contribution of donation to political party, and who is actually contributing? It is about an individual, okay, not about a company, it is about an individual. And when you are coming to the various sections which got discussed in section 80, you can see 80C is about the deduction that you are going to get in case of a various investment. 80CCC, it's about insurance payment. So when you are making insurance payment, there also you will get some deductions. Then 80CCD is about pension contribution. 80TTA is about interest on savings account. 80GG is about the deduction that you're going to get in case of a house rent paid. Then ATE, it is easy to connect as it is related to the interest on education loan. Okay. Then ATEE is about home loan. So don't get confused. ATE is about the interest on educational loan, while ATEE is about the interest on home loan. Then ATCCG is about REGSS, then ATD is about medical insurance, ATDD is about the case of a disabled dependent person. If you are making some payment or a medical fees which is related to a disabled dependent person, then also you will get some deduction as per ATDD. Then ATDDB is about medical expenditure. Then ATU is about physical disability. Then ATG is about donation, which is very important. ATGGB is about company contribution. That means if a company is contributing to a political party, that we will get deduction as per ATGGB. And when it is case of GGC, it is a contribution to political party by an individual. Okay, don't get confused. GGB is related to company contribution towards a political party, and if it is contributing by an individual, that we are getting deduction as per ATGGC. Then ATRRB is about royalty of patent, etc. Then ATTTB, okay, it is about interest income, while ATTTA is about interest on savings account. Okay. So now coming back to our question. So which is the correct option? Deduction in respect of contribution given to any person to political party, right? If we, because this is about ATGGC, so it is actually connected with the person contributing to political party. And if it is like GGB, the correct answer will be deduction in respect of contribution given by any company to political party. Okay, so it's about GGC, which is connected to an individual. So the correct answer for this question is option C. So in this video, we discussed the questions which got asked in December 2020, June 2021 questions. So you can see that the question got repeatedly asked from the same area, but the perspective got changed. Okay, so this when you are dealing with this deduction area, it's very important. Every time they are asking question from this area. Last time and previous time they got asked like a match the following question. But next time maybe you can expect a match the following question again. So I hope this video will help you for your preparation. Thank you and happy learning.